also
thank you.
Jerusalem,
Thank
I
you
don't know
very
if
much.
she's here, Jerusalem from Ethiopia, and Samuel Girma from Ethiopia. These guys have been amazing. They have a desire to do something that can support their communities, in local communities, in the area of education and supporting children's education. So I also want to acknowledge Isaiah Monga from Kenya. I'll give them a time, but I'm just mentioning to them so that you'll know them, okay? Isaiah Munga from Kenya, he's also working with us. He is very passionate about supporting children's and youth education. So he's willing to work with us. And under him, we have Haniel Mazgabu, amazing, the person that I know through the family, but she's there, Haniel Mazgabu, and also Eden Demise. I heard a lot from you guys. I'm very excited to hear from you and also to work with you guys. And from Nigeria, Kechi. Kechi is here. Kechi is an amazing person who's been actually working and supporting with us since 2016. You know, while we're working the project called A Journey Back to from Winnipeg. So Kechi was actually working and supporting our cause that's been of course done in Ethiopia. Maybe I'll talk a little bit about our project after. For some of you who didn't have a chance to see what we have accomplished through the project, A Journey Back from Sadiqa from Winnipeg, or if you want to know more about that, I'll talk about that. But Kechi from Nigeria also been a person who's been working with us. Now he's actually team up with some young and enthusiastic young people from Nigeria. He wants to work with us. He wants to work in area of supporting children's education. So welcome Kechi and his friends, Cypria and Kanu. I want to acknowledge you. You are here. You'll have a time. I hope to talk about a little bit about yourself and what you guys are planning to do. And from Canada, you know, Dinu and her friends will take time. And I want to acknowledge also Eman Abinat. He's from here. Actually, I'm here right now in Edmonton, Canada. So Eman has been an amazing support for me here. So grateful for him. He's really want to support young people. He has seen what we're trying to do and has been supporting us. So I want to acknowledge him too. So I think yes, I think Sheila, of course, I have to acknowledge Sheila and Aniola and all of you. I think you'll have time of yourself. You have to introduce yourself, but these are my students. Used to be my student actually a few years ago when I was working in Pembina School Division, but now they're working together with Dinu to support 10 families in Vietnam and also a community in rural Manitoba. So they will talk about that later, but I want to acknowledge all of you guys. I want to say thank you so much, because it means a lot for me, because this is the reason I want you to listen, okay? This is the reason why, because I learned through my studies and through all my personal experiences that there are so many needs in area of actually supporting in children and youth education. There is so much need. So my goal and my objective, you know, with this project and also with my organization, my charitable, we want to support children to have access to the very basic things, very basic stuff. Do you believe that? Pen and pencil and exercise book, things like that. Children don't have access to that. So my goal and my mission, my ambition is basically to be able to reach those people, the students in rural parts of Ethiopia and small town in Ethiopia, in Kenya, wherever they are. I mean, you know, because as I said, the need is so much. So we want to support those children to have access to the basic stuff. And also, oh, I think there's a voice coming. Can you unmute yourself, please? Can you guys unmute yourself, or let me try to unmute maybe everybody here? If that is something.
Everybody should be on mute.
Okay. Because I can hear some voices from the other side. So I want everyone to unmute themselves, please.
Hi to everyone. I miss you guys. I don't know where you live in Vienna, Sarah.
Hello. I think this is a little bit.
Sebastian, you can put people on mute. I mean,
How do I
sorry,
do that, Mary? Can you help me with that, please?
yeah, just look on the right-hand side. You'll see everybody's name, and then if someone's not on mute, you just click on the microphone.
Okay.
You'll get a red line across it, and then they'll be on mute.
Okay, now it's fine, but I think somebody was like, there is a voice coming from someone side. I'm not sure. Okay, let me try to do that. Unmute and mute. Okay.
Yeah, because it just meant that they weren't on mute and they were talking, and so we were picking them up at the same time.
That's it. That's what's happening. So I think it's fine right now. Let's just continue. Okay, and I'm sorry for that. So what was I saying? What I was saying is the reason is people. I want you to understand. All of you, I know I talked to you personally. Many of you, I try to share my views and my what we're trying to do. I shared this with you, but the main thing is I want you to understand there is so much need. A very basic things. There's so much people who don't have access to those things. So our goal and our objective, together with the people who are working here from Canada, is we want you to understand those needs, and we want you to take your part and your role to support those children and youth who are in need of the resources and the materials that they need. And also, we want to establish a support system that will meaningfully support them to be successful in their studies and also in their other endeavors that they have. Because in life, if you want to be successful in your study, you need some support. That people need to help you to be where you want to be. So this is our objective through our organization. Also, this is what we want to do. So I want you to understand this and be able to do whatever you can to support our cause in this journey. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a mic to Sebastian and Mary. Then I think Dinu will come and take the mic and continue sharing the project and about the team that she's working with. Okay? Thank you so much. So I'm inviting Sebastian, then Mary, then Dinu.
Samson, thank you very much. I would be very brief. I shared on the chat box the link to the Spur Change program website. So Samson did an excellent introduction to what we are doing, supporting small and medium organizations, teachers, and youth to make an impact on sustainable development goals and gender equality. And we are very motivated to continue supporting Samson's and Dinu's initiative through the engagement of Canadians and people everywhere to raise awareness about the work they're doing, and also on contributing with any capacity that could improve that work. So if anyone wants to know more about the program, on the chat box I shared the link. And otherwise, I would just say I'm happy to be here and looking forward to the conversation today. Thank you, Samson.
Thank you so much, Sebastian. Thank you very much. I will share also with you if you want to know more about Spur Change program. It's an amazing and excellent program. We learn a lot from that, and I can share the information with you. So thank you so much, Sebastian. Mary will be the next person. Oh, I think. Mary, can you hear me? Uh-oh.
Oh, sorry, I thought I unmuted it.
No,
Okay,
no,
I'm on.
So now we
So
can hear you.
my name is Mary Lemaitre. I'm a French professor at the University of Winnipeg. I do my research on stereotypes about Indigenous people and more generally racialization of people. And I met Sebastian at University of Winnipeg, and I've been supporting
Sebastian
him because I used
to.
Oh, sorry, Samson.
No, Sebastian is a
Sorry, I saw all I see in my screen is
okay.
Sebastian, so that's why I keep saying sorry, Samson. Because I was chair of Development and Peace for the Archdiocese of Winnipeg for 4 years, and our Development and Peace is the international development organization of the Catholic Church of Canada.
Thank you so much, Mary. Thank you very much. And grateful
You're
that you're
welcome.
here today and listening to our conversation. Appreciate it, Mary. And now Dinu will take the mic. Dinu is a project manager for of the project called Student Equity Project. So she will introduce herself and a team that she's working with, and also what they're doing through this project.
Hi everyone, nice to meet you. I'm just going to share my screen. I have a little presentation to share with you guys. Oh,
Yeah, welcome.
Samson, can you let me?
Yes, hold on. Screen sharing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome, Dinu. I think, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so I'll get started then. So hello everyone, my name is Dinu Rajapaksa and I'm the project manager for the Student Equity Project. I got involved with the Final Slight organization through meeting Samson and helping out with the charity dinner for the Final Slight's previous project, Journey Back to Sabika from Winnipeg. So afterwards, Samson nominated me for the Youth Sport Change program, which has given me the opportunity and resources to lead this project. So the Student Equity Project is a student-run project with the guidance of the Final Slight organization and Samson Tedeschi. Our objectives are to support students in schools in underprivileged communities to improve their quality of education. We hope by doing this, education will become more equitable and that those who need support or are a few steps behind will be able to have the educational opportunities that a lot of us are lucky to have. As you can tell, equity is the main theme surrounding our project and is inspiration for our logo, which shows that different individuals may need different supports to attain similar goals, or in this case, education. So our project has two main goals. One is to provide support for 10 families in Vietnam to send their kids to school. And the second goal is to work together with the school in Manitoba Reserve during the 2020-2021 school year to support the education of their young students. So to explain the first goal, I'm going to invite Dana to talk a little bit about our Vietnam initiative.
Hello, sorry my webcam isn't really working, so I won't be able to show my face, but nice to see you all. My name is Dana Yoon, and I'm the secretary for Student Equity Project, and I'm working with you, Anila here, Anna, and Sheila, and a couple more others. So I'm going to be talking about supporting children's education in Vietnam. We are collaborating with Canadians Helping Kids in Vietnam, also known as CHKV. The goal is to contribute $3,000 to CHKV's education and family support program. This program provides families with $300 a year, and they can buy school supplies, uniforms, shelter, healthcare, transportation, and many other things so they can get the education they deserve. And our $3,000 will help 10 families in the coming new year. So impact on the EFSP in Vietnam. We got a few quotes from families in Vietnam that will be helping or who had received help in the past. So we got a quote from this 6th grade student here. Your loving, generous hearts have given us the opportunities to get the education for a better future. And the other one wrote a letter to us saying, with your help, I am able to go to school and it makes my father's burdens easier to bear. We are grateful for your help and support. I promise to study hard. So from here, we can tell that even though $300 doesn't seem so much to us, for people living in Canada, but it means a lot to those who don't get the chance. And by doing so, we can help them a lot more than how they are struggling right now. Dina, you're muted.
Oh, Dinu, we can't hear you.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute myself.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Samson.
You're welcome.
So our second goal is still in the planning stages, and it is to support education on Manitoba reserves. So our goal this year is to connect with one school on a Manitoba reserve and work with the community to improve the quality of education for their students. We want to work with schools in the more remote communities in Manitoba since they do not have access to the same resources that schools in urban areas do in terms of funding and also access to educational supplies and sports equipment that enhance learning experiences. As for the progress on this goal, we are currently in contact with a member of the local Rotary Club here and who has connections with schools on reserve. The delay in the initiative is due to the school summer holidays and the uncertainty that the COVID-19 pandemic has for the next school year. Nevertheless, we're really excited to be working on this project. So now that you know a bit about what we're working on, I would like to introduce the rest of the team. So obviously there's me, the project manager. My name is Dinu. I think Sheila is here and she's a treasurer, if she would like to come and introduce herself.
Okay.
Hello. Hi. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, Sheila, we can hear you.
That's good, okay. Hi, my name is Sheila, and I'm the treasurer of the group. So I take care of this group. So I manage and track funds that we get from our fundraisers and also track money coming in from our GoFundMe page. And help all the other members with any tasks, mostly with event planning. Nice to meet you all.
Thanks, Sheila. Next, we have Dana Yoon, who's our secretary. Do you want to come and introduce yourself, Dana?
Yeah, sure. Hello, this is Dana once again. Hi. So I'm the secretary of this group. I joined this team because I really wanted to, because I have a great interest in social injustice situation like this. And what I do is I usually take down meeting minutes during all of our meetings. I share my idea and I'm trying to help a little bit on each job to make to run the operation smoother. And I'm really happy to be here today sharing our opinions together, and nice to see you all.
Outreach, they aren't here with us today because they have work in school. But yeah, they are basically helping us reach out to different organizations to see if we can have some support in our work as well. And Nadia Garicki is one of our social media coordinators who is also unable to make it today. And she just coordinates our social media presence. And yeah, and so next I'll let Anna introduce herself. She is also another one of our social media coordinators.
Hello, my name is Anna Lei. I'm a science student at the University of Manitoba. I know Danu from a lot of volunteering in school and a lot of clubs that we've been in together, so she knows that I'm really into helping other people and advocacy and standing up for equality and equity. I am a social media coordinator, as Danu said, along with Nadia Garrick. Currently have an Instagram and a Facebook page up, and we are in charge of making posts and posting them at times where we think we're able to spread the most awareness and education.
Thank you, Anna. So next we have Annie Odolei, who's our events coordinator, and I'll let her introduce herself and what we're doing.
Aniola.
Hello, can everyone hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, Aniola.
Sorry, I'm just...
audio. Okay, yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Hi everyone, my name is Aniola Aldole. I'm the events coordinator for the Student Equity Project. I've been involved in almost every activity, and I'm part of as many organizations as I can think of. I personally volunteer for many non-profitable organizations such as Sister Village, which is a club in my school that I joined, St. Amant's and Monmouth Hospital, and my church as well. Believe that it's important to educate people and to allow them to realize that we are privileged to be in a position to help out, and it should not be taken for granted. And this project is an opportunity that I highly value and appreciated. Our first fundraiser, we collaborated with a growing local business to help us make baked goods. We did this because working with another business draws opportunity and attention to our organization. It brings in new followers and it piques the interest of people who are familiar with the business. This fundraiser that we did was specifically to fund the CHKV, which is this Canadian Helping Kids in Vietnamese for the education and family support funds. With this fundraiser, we're able to raise over $300, including our GoFundMe as well. But with the fundraiser alone, we raised over $100. And our next planned event is our open mic / open discussion. It will take place in the first few weeks in August. We've decided, I think it's August 14th that we decided on. We believe this is called the topic. The main focus of this discussion is going to be experiences in education. We went out with this specific topic because our project is centered around education, and it will give people opportunities to see how important education is through other people's lenses and how it has shaped their lives. We believe that education is essential and it plays a significant role in one's life because it determines where you go in life, which is why we're fighting and raising money for education in total countries. We're contacting people, our friends, family, loved ones to come out and share their experiences. We want this event to be no longer than an hour, 30 minutes. And moving forward, we'll be planning several other fundraisers. After the open mic, we're planning on holding an auction where people will purchase tickets and auction items that has been donated to us, and we can profit off of it. We're very passionate about this project, and it means a lot to us. So we really appreciate everyone supporting us and listening to us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Annie. So Annie explained some of the events that we've been working on as well. And we also have our GoFundMe page where anyone could donate to. And the link is on here, and we could probably share it with you guys later as well. And so if you want to get in contact with us or you want to learn more about what we're doing, we have some social media pages. So we have an Instagram account, Facebook, and a Facebook page, and the handles are on the slide here. As well, if you have any questions or concerns or comments, you can feel free to email me, and my email is on the slide as well. Or you can email Samson as well, or the final slide. So that's what I wanted to say about our project today. So I wanted to talk a little bit about how you guys can get involved with our project. So to get involved with the Student Equity Project, you can donate if you can, or you can host fundraisers if you would like. And if you are, please let us know, and we'd be happy to help or just know about what you're doing. And as well, if you would like, you could participate in our open mic event that's coming up on August 14th. You can either watch, or if you want to share your experiences as well, please let us know, and we'd be happy to have you participate in the open mic event. Getting involved with the
Okay. Dino, your mic is off. Okay. We can't hear you. Can you? I can't hear you. Your mic is, I think, off. Dino, your mic is off.
Can you maybe try using earbuds if you have one?
Dino, can you hear me? Yeah, I think your voice was disconnected.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you
Yes,
now.
yes. Now
Okay.
we can hear you.
Okay, my mic seems not to be working well. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, so I was just on how you guys can get involved with what we're doing. So one way is through donations to our GoFundMe page. Right now we have the donation set up to go to the CHKV fund, and we will be setting up another GoFundMe to help support our work with Manitoba Reserve School. As well, you can host fundraisers in your areas to raise money and support. As well, you can get involved with our open mic event by either watching and participating. So if you would like to share your experiences, feel free to let us know and you can get involved with us in that way. And if you'd like to get involved with the work that the Final Slate is doing in terms of helping people get education and improving the quality of education, look around, just look around your communities or around the world and try to see what needs there are for other students or what barriers there are for students to get an education, and try to come up with solutions that way, and you can start your own projects that way. So to kind of get you guys thinking about how you guys can help others and why education is important, I have some discussion questions that you guys can participate in and share your thoughts on. So my first question to you guys is, why is education important to you? Would anyone like to share?
Okay, let me just take on. Dinu, thank you so much. Dinu and all of you guys, actually, Dinu is the project manager, of course. Sheila, Anna, Dana, and Aniola, and all of them, you heard of them. They've been working so hard to make sure this project is a success. So they're open up, of course, opportunity for you also to involve in this project, and also to see our bigger objective, and so that you can also participate in some of the things around your community. That's the thing. So this idea is basically, now she's asking you a question. I want most of you guys, I know, as I said, we will be short of time for now, but I want you guys to take mic. I know people from Ethiopia will be there, and people from Kenya, and of course from Nigeria. Kechi and his team will be there, are here with us. Take the mic, introduce yourself a little bit, and tell us a little bit about yourself, but at the same time respond to the question. Respond to the question that Dinu was raising, okay? So I think that's the best way to go about it, okay? Who can take the mic? Okay, let's do this then. Let's do this. I'm gonna give a chance to some of you to introduce yourself, and then tell us a little bit about yourself and respond to the question. I will pick. So in that way, you can kind of introduce yourself to the people, because there are many people here, and I'm sure will be a little bit of shortage of time. I don't think we'll be able to hear from all of you guys, but I hope we will. Still, we have time. So I'm gonna give people. Let's begin from Isaiah. Let's begin from Kechi, then Isaiah, Amunga, and then Brooke, if he's here. We'll be grateful to hear from Brooke. He's from Ethiopia, but if not, we'll continue to hear from the participant from Ethiopia. So Kechi, take the mic and introduce your team briefly, and talk about your view on the question. Okay, Kechi, are you there? Can you hear us?
Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, we can hear you, Kechi. Go on.
Okay, you can hear me. All right. First of all, I would like to thank you for this platform. I would also like to thank you for appreciate Dinu for the work she's doing. I also like to thank you for
But they
your
gave you my money back
for this
for it
awesome
anyway.
presentation.
Because I
For
had
your
it
awesome presentation.
took so long to get.
So
The only
again,
thing they can reimburse me for was like $10 for shipping.
again, I would like to I would like to introduce.
No, I thought that they were gonna. Well, yeah, like I need to. I don't want them to hear the background.
Oh, because you have to talk.
I would like to introduce some members of my team. First of all, I would like to introduce Emmanuel. Yeah, Emmanuel. Due to his busy schedule, he has not been able to attend some of our meetings. He's also a staunch member of my team as well. Yeah, so I'll
Thank you so much.
let him do the introduction himself. Yeah, to the rest of the rest of us, please. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Kechi. And Emmanuel, take the mic.
All right. Thank you so much. Can I be heard?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Am I audible? All right. Like Kachi said, I'm grateful to be here. Happy with the project. My name is Emmanuel from Nigeria. I am a researcher in the field of education leadership. Of course, I have a insight about education. I believe education is one of enlightenment, and enlightenment is a gift. To anyone which eradicate ignorance come to of course it's power to get around the world. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Emmanuel. Are you still speaking? I'm not sure. Are you done or are you still speaking?
Okay, for now done. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much. I hope we'll hear more from you through Kechi, and also we'll have a different platform to talk more about you know, the work you're doing in Nigeria, and also you know, some of the things that we'll be talking. So we'll have a chance, okay? But thank you for you know, reflecting your views. And now I want to give an opportunity for Isaiah Amunga from Kenya, and I want him to introduce himself and you know, the young people involving in our work, you know, in the work that we're doing together, and also yeah, to respond to the question. Hello, Isaiah, can you hear me? I don't know if I think I have to unmute you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, now we can hear you.
Yes,
Thank you so much, Brother Samson, and together with the team. First of all, I want to say that I'm glad to be here. I am also very happy for the initiative that you've taken together with the team, and most importantly, bringing all these people together to pursue a common goal, and because we have a collective responsibility as a people to move together, even with our juniors that are coming up. I'm so happy with that. Before maybe I speak, let me bring my team on board. These young, energetic, and ambitious ladies. Anel, if you are in the house, if you can hear me, would you please introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Haniel.
Can hear you. Go on.
Hi. Yes, my name is Haniel Mesgabu from Kenya. I'm very glad to be a part of this. Thank you.
Thank you. It's good to hear from you, Haniel. Thank you.
Thank you, Aniel. We were struggling that you may add Aden. I don't know if Aden is in the group already.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay, my name is Aiden Dempsey and I'm from Kenya. And I'm so glad to be here with you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Eden. Thank you very much. It's good to have you here in this meeting.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. As I told you that this is a young and energetic group that is willing even to help and mentor the youth who are who are still in the school. And I'm happy because they are also in school and they are able to do that. Coming back to myself, I am Isaiah Amunga. I am a psychologist by profession, and I have had an experience of working with children. I am a founding member of Kenya profession. Okay. I'm a member of Kenya Profession Counselors Association. In this group, we try to mentor youth and young adolescent and youth who are in a secondary school and also who are in primary school also. What we are doing, we are looking beyond just education as a basic need, and we are going deeper into finding psychosocial issues that could be a hindrance to children well-being in school. Because having a child in school is one thing, and having this child pursuing her education without any problem or without any hindrance is another issue. So like in Kenya, we have an experience where we have children in school, yes, but they are performing poorly. When you follow up closely, you realize that there are some psychosocial issues, hunger at home, you know, fights and gender-based violence at home, which are causing this to happen. So in our organization, we work together, close together with the school administration, with the students, and together with the parents as a team, because we have given ourselves a collective responsibility just to make sure that this student pursued his or her education to the higher level, and successfully they have obtained what they wanted to obtain. Beyond that, also we are mentoring youth, because also beyond education, we want to have youth with virtues, youth who can represent the society. And as per now, in this 21st century, we are struggling with the moral decay. In maybe in short, we say there's early pregnancy in schools. There are also some abuse of drugs in schools, and as early as secondary school. So we are trying to mentor this youth. Apart from getting education, can we have youth who can stand on for themselves even tomorrow? Therefore, we are also instilling some sort of discipline, some sort of moral uprightness in these children. That's what we are doing in this peer counseling association group. And I'm also working with another organization called Kenya Youth Against Gender-Based Violence. And gender-based violence has been on a rise. And there are some people who will want to hide it, but we want to bring, in our organization, we are trying to bring it up so that this youth, especially girl child, can be heard. They can be given an equal opportunity, even in the court of law, to be presented and to be given fair justice. Fair justice, we mean that instead of compromising with the parents, instead of compromising with the perpetrators, we can still find these perpetrators in court and be given justice as it should be. So we are working in such a program also. And above that, we are also working with administration, both local administration, national administration, and also well-wishers, just to make sure that every child gets education. That is our aim. It's not only education, decent education, education that can take them somewhere tomorrow. We want them to be professionally upright, want them to be morally upright, and we want them after this generation, the generation when it stands, let it stand and be counted. That's what we are after. And there's a question that was asked, which is very important. For me, education is the key. We say from where I come from, education is the key. Is key both now and even in future. And we are not talking about in terms of prosperity, material prosperity, psychological prosperity. We have even maturity. It is based on education. So a child that is denied education, it is like pushing this child to the grave slowly by slowly. Therefore, education in all ways is very important to the society. And they say when you educate a society, it is able to stand for itself. And that's why some of us, we are into having these children get education and get decent education at the end of the day. And Samson mentioned that we don't have enough time. I will wish to stop there and perhaps give chance to other people. But I'm very happy. Let me confirm my gratitude. I'm very happy to be on this platform, and I'm looking forward to working together as a group. They say now world is a small village, and I can now imagine joining together from Ethiopia, from Canada, from Nigeria, from all over, and coming up with a common goal to help children all over the world to pursue their education, which is very important. Thank you.
Wow, wow. Hello, can you hear me? Thank you so much, Isaiah, brother Isaiah. It's really wonderful to hear from you. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yes,
yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm already inspired by all what you said, because if you remember, the first thing that I said was, one of the things is, of course, you know, we have lack of access to resources and tools and stuff like that. And the main things I think you talked about it. We need a support system that will basically support children and youth to be successful in their life and in everything. So I think he talked about all the details that young people and children will face, especially in places like you know, small towns in Ethiopia or in Kenya or in Nigeria. There's no much system that support those children, you know, by understanding what they need. You know, like he talked about encouraging and mentoring. You know, he talked about the support system that is in place that can procedurally support those children to be successful. So I don't want to add much, but I'm very grateful, Isaiah. I'm already inspired by what you said, and we are looking forward to work with you, because this is exactly what we want to achieve, and this is what we want to do with all of you. So thank you so much, and I think I'm going to give a chance to Michael. Michael Tafarra. I told you he's basically my cousin, and there is so much connection with what we do and with the organization. But of course, also he's, as a person, he's trying to contribute his role, what he can in this. So I'm going to give him a time just to introduce himself and say a few things, and also reflect on why it's education is important.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Michael, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, hello everyone. Well, as Samson told you, we're practically family here, and actually I've been a part of this from the beginning, basically, as since it was like a thought. Like basically he gave me all the points on what he was trying to do and everything, and I was there by thought, and then when he materialized, I became a part of it. And so basically, education is like a huge part of everyone's lives, and when you're considering Ethiopia, there are actually a lot more factors to consider. Basically, like, I actually want to talk about this thing where today's youth are very impressionable, and like to the countryside, they get affected to a lot of propaganda, basically, and they get recruited into things that they don't really want. And education is, I'd say, to show them a better way. Like, we basically consider that saving their lives. I can say that, because you can watch the news and everything, and lately there's been like a lot of unrest. Actually, the past 20 years, 25 years, has been basically a roller coaster. And this is what they use. They use their kids. They use these impressionable kids without basic knowledge on what they have to do, and they just believe what they're taught, and they just take in what these people tell them. And I feel like education can be a way to guide them into a better future, into a better way. And I can't stress enough how what this program is actually doing for these kids. Like, it's life changing, basically, and to see what actually it's being fruitful. And like, we've seen the schools and what we've done already, and I hope it will grow and we can change more lives as we go on. And well, it's just the beginning. So that's what I'd like to say. And thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Michael. Thank you so much. It means a lot. What you're saying means a lot. So thank you for your participation, and we're looking forward to hear more from you, and to see you participating in this project, the project that we're working in right now with Dinu and the team, and also the project that we're planning to work in Ethiopia also. So thank you so much once again. And okay. Who was going to take the mic next? And Haniel, I think Haniel, are you there? I just want you to talk a little bit about your interest in this and what you can do, and what do you think of why education is important. Haniel, are you there? Okay, I don't think Haniel will be there. I'm not sure if she's there or not. Okay, Dinu, Dinu, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, maybe go to the next question. And I think oh, Chidra, are you there, Chidra? I know you're from Nigeria, and I want to hear more from them. And if you are, is Chidra there? I want you to reflect on this, the importance of.
Yes, I can hear you.
And take the mic. It's free. If you want to share a few things and you want to say something, we still have time. So let's continue the conversation. Until the next question comes, I want you to introduce yourself and talk a little bit about why education is important, and especially in Nigeria. Why do you think it's important?
Okay. Hi everyone. My name is Chidera Khan. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello.
We can hear you, Chidra. Yes.
Okay. And pertaining to the question, to the importance of education. Well, in my own opinion, I think that anyone who has been opportuned to visit the four walls of a classroom will know that there's nothing more important than education in life, irrespective of whatever level one happens to stop at. You understand that the importance of education cannot just be overemphasized. And that having been said, like I've learned to understand that as youths, as youths, more than any other thing, education should be our top priority, and not just education. Maybe from like one person already said here that it's not just all about the materialistic aspect of it, but on the moral basis of it. Because in the sense that a society that lacks educated youths is actually destined to doom. But in a society where everybody is well nurtured and educated, you tend to understand that the society keeps on growing and improving. And bringing it down to Nigeria here, having grown up here in Nigeria, you understand that because of the ignorance of the importance of education, most youths are destined to doom, to damnation, in the sense that majority of them lack foresight about the society they exist in, not understanding the benefits of being learned and being educated. So that's why we cannot just relax and wait until we assume that maybe they will realize and wake up from their slumbers. We have to take a positive action, positive steps in trying to inspire such youths and giving them forum and avenue for them to realize that actually they don't need to wait for so long, but what they need is actually right before them and in front of them, by inspiring them and motivating them to join the classroom and allow themselves to be learned. So that's why the things I have to talk about the importance of education. So I would like to hear from others as well.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sidra, and I'm really glad to hear from you guys, and also to know you teaming up with Sketchy, what you're doing. It means a lot, because I want you to understand, we're here to help you and support you and to work with you, but you have to understand there is so much need in Nigeria, and we talked about this, and you guys are reflecting this view. So for that to happen, we need to work together. We need to also take some responsibility. Isaiah was talking about collective responsibility, right? I can do something, and everybody can do something. Everybody can play their role in if you understand the need and what can be done. All of us, we can do different things. That's what I truly believe. And so we have a role to play, and but I think we're in a very good path, and we definitely continue the conversation and also be able to support each other to achieve the goals and the objective that's basically set clearly to support those children, either in terms of providing them the resource they need, or in terms of establishing a support system that procedurally will support the students in a more meaningful way, so that they can be successful in their studies and other things. So I'm very excited and looking forward to work with you guys. And anybody who wants to share a little bit of their views about the importance of education before we go to the next question? Haniel, are you there, Haniel? Or Eden or Eman? Eman, are you there? Eman from Edmonton, Manitoba. Eman, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm a little bit just caught up, and I'm just listening through the headphone, but yeah, you guys can go ahead.
Okay.
I don't have that much to say, but yeah, keep up with the good work.
What do you learn today, and from the topic that I've been discussing? What's education for you?
Education is it's a treasure. It's a hidden treasure that has a map to it, and is it's a gift for everyone, and so it should be accessible in some sense, because without, as one of the brothers said, without education, a generation is doomed. So, as the Bible says, knowledge is key. Without knowledge, people perish. Knowledge being education. So we all need education. Keep up with the good work, and yeah, God bless.
Okay, thank you, Eman. Thank you so much. Eman, as I said, he's been helping me and supporting me here in Edmonton. It's been a good part of this. So thank you so much, Eman. So Dinu, I think you can take the mic, and if some of you guys want to reflect your view, because this is like a time for us to introduce ourselves and also to engage in a conversation. So, we're not trying to put you there, but just we want to hear from you, okay? So feel free. This is also a learning opportunity for us, like to learn about each other, what we think, why we're thinking in this way, and what can we do together. This is like an opportunity to discuss and learn. So you don't have to feel this and that. Just reflect your views and what you think about the topic, and we'll continue the conversation. So
Okay.
Okay.
I'm Eden from Kenya.
Okay, Eden. Yes.
Okay, I want to say something about this question.
Thank you, Eden. Go ahead.
Like as we know, education is the key for our success.
Yes.
And it have many opportunities in our lives, and it is also helpful for our communication with others, and it helps people to think, to feel, and to behave well. So for everything we have to learn, and we should have education for everything. I think I want to say this one. Thank you.
Thank you, Eden. Really appreciate it. Okay, thank you so much. It means a lot. We can see how you guys are really motivated, and you understand there's a need in education. We also here to discuss and to see what we can do, right? So thank you very much, Eden.
You're welcome.
Okay, is Haniel there? I think I want to hear from her. I mean, she just I can't see her.
Yeah, she's not in, I think so.
Oh, she's not in. That's
yes, I'm here.
Oh, you can. Oh.
Oh, are you there, Haniel? I just want to hear a little bit more from you about why education is important, and if you also have some views that you want to share with us. Okay, we want to hear from you.
Okay. I just want to say, first of all, I'm coming to realize that education is a privilege. And so being able to use that privilege to help others is, I think, a big thing. And that's why I'm glad to be here. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we're hearing you,
Aniel.
We're hearing you. Yes, go on.
Yes, I was saying education is a privilege for those of us who can access it without any problem. And so, yes, it's very important also for everyone to be able to have the same opportunities as us to get education. Yes, that's
education.
Are you there, Haniel? I think you're done.
Yes, I don't have much to say. I think I'm done.
No. No, thank you. No, you've said great things. You just highlighted that it's education is a privilege, because absolutely we have to understand that concept, because there are many children out there in especially in rural towns and cities. They don't have access to come to school. I can tell you many things. By the way, if you ask me, I was in Ethiopia a few months ago, and I heard like many stories. How children, like even the age of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or even less, actually they have to walk 1 hour or 2 to get to school. Do you believe that? There are places where children has to go 1 or 2 hours to get to school. So imagine also having access to the stuff. You know, when they come to school, also how much you know, knowledge and how much opportunity they have to, you know, that can help them to grow and become successful. It's just very late. So, you know, we have to understand that, like, whatever we have at the moment, maybe some other people don't have, right? Especially when it comes to education. I think there are lots of statistics we can bring and talk about. Everybody will do, but that's not the point. You know, once we understand also there is so much need. I said, I already believe and understand there is a need, but the question is, what can we do to change that? That's my question that I have to ask, and that's my question I have to answer, like, for myself. And I think all of you have to answer that. What can I do to change that is something that we want to continue working together, because I truly believe there is something I can do, and I truly believe there is something you can do. So all of us, we can do something to help the underprivileged one. Maybe the children don't have much opportunity. You know, somebody mentioned actually about opportunity, I think earlier. That is also one big thing. You know, guys, we need to understand one opportunity can change one person's life. And I am sure all of us here, you know, we are here because of we have an opportunity, at least to do something that we want to do, or to whatever, you know, like, you know, I'm not talking about just one thing. Opportunity to do anything, to have anything, to access anything. You need opportunity. So there are many people don't have the opportunity to learn and grow and become successful. There are people even in some places, they don't have opportunity to learn, even to speak their mind, their thinking, and their, you know, whatever they believe. There are, you know, those types of things. So I don't want to go more on to these kinds of things, but I'm just trying to highlight so that you can understand there are many people even don't have much of the opportunity to learn and to come to school and to access to resources, to maybe to access to somebody who can, you know, encourage them and mentor them and support them, you know, in many ways. So there are many things we can talk about, but yeah, I just wanna kind of jump and mention that because this is like a time for us to discuss some of the topics. So thank you so much, all of you guys. I think Dino, are you going to the next question? Also, I want to hear from Anna and Nadia and Sheila about this. I want to hear from you guys. You know, you want to share your views on this question itself.
I can say something regarding this question.
Okay, okay, go ahead, Nadia.
So I think that we've heard a lot of really good things about how education is super important as an opportunity for individuals to be able to advance their lives, to be able to have opportunities, to be able to educate themselves. And there's been a lot of really good things said about how this doesn't just give you the opportunity to have like a job, but it also like changes who you are as a person and allows you to have better interactions with your society and people around you. But I also think that education is a really important tool to benefit society in general. So when we're here talking about trying to create opportunities for, you know, young people to have more access to education and better education, we're not just talking about benefiting the lives of these young people, but we're also talking about benefiting our own lives and benefiting the lives of all of society, because everybody is inherently benefited by a population which is more educated, more able to contribute to society, more able to involve themselves in the political climate, has like a better understanding through education of what's going on. So I think that oftentimes, like when we're talking about how we can motivate people to try and work to make education better, because there's been discussion about how like nowadays there's less motivation for people to get involved in trying to improve the world around them. I think that it's also important to point out that education is also, when you improve the education of somebody who doesn't have access to it, you're also improving society, and therefore you're benefiting like yourself as well. So I guess that was just kind of my take on it. Maybe like a different perspective. But yeah, it's been great to hear from everybody from so many different places. It's really amazing to hear so many different perspectives coming from Canada. I always strive to be more educated about the rest of the world, and I'm really honored to get to hear your perspectives. So thank you.
Thanks, Nadia. Thank you very much. Yeah, very, very important and key point you just raised and mentioned. So appreciate it and definitely want to hear more from you. By the way, this is also a platform. I want you to understand, a platform and opportunity you guys to learn from each other. You know, you know, we just introduce ourselves, and I hope there will be more opportunity that you can talk and discuss about, you know, if you want to know more about, you know, the work in Kenya, and you know, we can contact them. Of course, we can reach them and talk to them, and we can continue the conversation with them. So I want to take that note also. This is the opportunity for you guys to talk about people from different places. So grateful for all the people in Nigeria, Kenya, and of course from Canada, and there will be more people, I think, joining us from different places some other time. But very fantastic. So Dino, I'm gonna Mary. By the way, Mary, I think I want to give. Mary was just listening to us, and of course, and I think Mary, take a mic and share a few things about, you know, even our meeting and the discussion that we're having, and anything you want to add up about, you know, the importance of education, or what we should do, you know, in what way, the best way, you know, to go about these things. And I'm going to give you a mic to Mary.
Sorry about the cat, you guys. He's being needy. Hello. So first of all, I just wanted to say to the young ladies from the University of Manitoba, I am the communications person for Kairos for Northwestern Ontario and Manitoba, and also Inuvit, but we're not, or Nunavut, but we're not really, it's very far away. So, but what I do is part of what I do as a communications person is that I share information about events. So I did put my email in there, mlemetre.phd@gmail.com. And if you have events coming up, send them to me and I'll send them out on my email list. So, I can definitely help you that way. Kairos is the coalition of the major churches in Canada. So, for example, Catholic, United, Anglican, Mennonite, Presbyterian, and their social justice organizations. So, like Development and Peace, and the Mennonite Central Committee. And so if you send me stuff, I could send it out to them. Also, I'm very connected with the Indigenous community. So if I can be of help to you at all in that way, then I would be happy to as well.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mary. Appreciate it. Of course, you know, she's been a great support for us. And anything, you know, you guys are planning to organize, and of course you send it to me, I'll send it to her also. You can directly send it to her, and she definitely will reach many people. And will
I have a large email list.
I think so. That's I know that. So thank you, Mary, and thank you so much for being here and you know, providing this opportunity for us. So thank you. So next, Dinu, are you there to come up with the next question? I think.
There are other things, and this is just to get thinking about the different ways that we can educate people.
Okay. You guys are seeing the question on the screen, right? Because we still have time, we want to continue the conversation, and I want to talk to you a little bit about, before we finish, about the final slide, Children Support Inc. And you know, I already talked about the main thing, but I want to talk to you a little bit about that before we finish our meeting today. We definitely have another meeting sometime very soon. So the next question. So I want to hear from you, your response to the next question.
What's the next question?
I think it's on the screen. Dinu, can you ask the question?
Yeah, my screen's gone funny, so.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. So the next question I have is, how have you educated others personally or through social media? So, for example, if you've taught someone else about like something that's going on in the world, either through conversations, through social media, or other communication forms of communication. And this is just to get thinking about, you know, different ways that we can educate people.
Mm. Well, I teach, so I do it every day. But part of stereotypes is that people, they believe in narrative and dominant narrative that promotes seeing others as inferior and promotes false information. And so part of what I do as the communications person is to send people information to educate them about Indigenous languages and cultures, about colonial structure in Canada, like the Indian Act, just generally educate them about that, and also create relationships. So that's part of the inviting people to Indigenous events, is so that they can create relationship. And with these two things together, it helps to break down stereotypes about people. And also we do like letter writing campaigns, letting people know about unjust things that are happening, and inviting people, giving them the information they need to find out about this, and inviting them to write letters to politicians. So that's some of the education that I do outside of the classroom. I'm done.
Okay.
We can't hear you.
Continue with the question, and I think you invite, whoever you think, invite people for the conversation. Actually, I took off. I mean, I supposed to leave it for you. I was taking much of the time, but of course, continue the question and engage some of the youth here and into the question. Just the question.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Mary. Those are some really good points. Like, we can learn a lot through building relationships with other people and like being involved in other people's practices and events.
Mary, we can't hear you.
Hello, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Now I can, yeah.
Now
Okay.
I have to lean into my mic a little bit. So yeah, thank you, Mary, for those points. Those are all really good points. I think we can learn a lot from building relationships with people and through like taking part in cultural practices. And that's like a really immersive way to learn about things that we might not have experiences with as well. Yeah, so does anyone have any other ways that we can learn about people, about society, outside of the classroom, not necessarily in school, but through other events or anything else?
Sorry, to turn me off talk. Okay, I have to leave like very soon, so I just want to like share like my take on this, I guess. And I like definitely agree with Mary. I think because I volunteer at an Indigenous care home, I've definitely been exposed to a lot of new perspectives and a lot of new traditions, and it's been really eye-opening to me and really educating to me, and I really appreciate everything that I've been taught there and all the stories I've been able to hear about the people there. I think like another way is like getting educated yourself in your free time, picking up books, listening to people, like Mary said, like creating relationships, or like going out of your way to find like interviews by people, or like going through social media to find certain accounts that like promote influences of people and amplify marginalized voices, especially to educate yourself and finding like really cool like facts and things that you're really passionate about and things that you like to learn, and then when you like something you want to share it, right? So it promotes like within yourself, it
people and to connect with more people who learn similar things or even branch out of the topic that you're learning about. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, does anyone else have anything to add as well? Like they could be, you could talk about your experiences where you've learned something new where you weren't in school, or, you know, talking to someone, then you've learned something new. Does anyone else want to share?
Okay. Hello. Yeah, I would like to share something, Dino. Yeah. Hello.
Go ahead.
Hi.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
We can hear you.
I would like to share something. I would like to say something regarding your question. Like, how have you educated others personally or through social media? Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello?
Bawani?
Hello, Dinu?
Yeah, we can hear you. You can share your thoughts.
Just go ahead and
all right.
talk. We can hear you.
All right, all right. Yeah, first of all, like something rightly introduced, my name is Kachi. I'm from Nigeria. I'm the project manager of the Educational Impact Project. So first of all, I want to share my thoughts on how have you educated others personally or through social media. Like especially through social media, I've done education through social media a lot, especially while working on the project A Journey Back to Sedika from Winnipeg. Like I was, I worked as a major contributor to the Facebook page in terms of educating, in terms of providing information on the project activities of the development work in Ethiopia. Also, I also educated people through my own personal experience and reflection on different topics as it pertains to education. So especially through the project's Facebook page. So what I usually do during that time, when it was a journey back to when we were both working, I and Samson were both working on a journey back to Sedika, was to take various topics, and share my reflection on those topics, try to share my perspective on those topics and all that, and also try to also engage other people and hear their own perspective, because when we interact with people and hear their own perspective, we can also educate ourselves and also expand our perspective on issues as well.
Thank you. Those are some really good thoughts. Social media is definitely like a really good way to educate people, because it can reach a lot of different people, and engaging other people through conversation or thought-provoking posts and stuff is a really good way to educate others. Does anyone have any other thoughts they would like to share on this question, or can I move to the next question? Okay, so I'll move to the next question. Since we kind of already touched on that question, I'll move to this one. So this question is asking, what barriers may there be that prevent others from receiving an education? So it can be from your own experiences or what you've seen or heard on the news or through friends. Would anyone like to share on what barriers people have in receiving education?
I'd like to say something, if that's okay.
can go ahead.
Okay, I hope you can hear me. I'd say in Ethiopia, the major factor in that's considered to be a barrier is the culture, and it's one of the main barriers, I'd say. And when you say about the culture, is like, well, in the countryside, the women and girls are basically they're not they believe they're supposed to stay home and like do like house chores or whatever, and sending them to school is not really big and it's not really practiced, and that really should change because uh you see them like running away from home and coming to the city, and like they work as housemaids and everything, because I could basically say is because they haven't really gotten the opportunity for education. And if they were provided with this opportunities, I feel like they'll change their lives and uh, basically, reach greater heights. And the culture is a big influence here. And I'd say it's just tradition basically. Also, it's like it's what they've been doing for hundreds of years. And Ethiopia is a very old country, and they were very set in our ways. But this is a very huge problem, and I feel like we should change this, and we should do everything in our power to change this. And that's what I'm trying to say. So thank you for hearing me out.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a really good point. A lot of times, the people around us in our society can kind of dictate what we do and how we live, and so it's important to kind of challenge some values that can prevent others from having opportunities to improve their quality of life as well. Does anyone else have any uh, opinions or thoughts they want to share on this question?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello? Okay. On the question, there are a lot of things I'm going to take from here in Nigeria. I'm Cyprian Uzuku and speaking from Nigeria. I'm going to take our experience here, the Nigerian experience, as point of contact. There are a lot of barriers that may prevent people, that may prevent children from having or receiving quality education. Apart from the children, not the opportunity is not being there in terms of the money and children that are living in the rural areas. Sometimes find out that the school is not kind of a central. It's like about 2 or 3 hours from the students from the village. You have in the community, you have a school that's located there, or whereby 2 or 3 communities will have to go to a school to the children will have to go to a school to receive formal education. Sometimes it becomes a barrier because they might trek a long distance. And then again, here in Nigeria, there's what is called street hawking. So many children they go to the streets to hawk, to help to provide food. Parents might not be able to, or they might not be able to um, provide for the family. So the children are being sent to the street to hawk, to help to alleviate the poverty that's in the family. So those children that are out there in the street hawking food and hawking, they don't get to go to the classrooms to learn. So they find out that those students they don't get quality education, and even if they do get the education, it's not that standard enough. They don't go to further their education. They stop at either their basic um, they stop at the basic primary schools or the secondary schools here in Nigeria. So it's one of these things that they are one of the barriers that prevents children from getting quality education here in Nigeria.
Thank
hear
you
me?
for, yeah, I can hear you. Do you have more to add?
No, that's all.
Thank you, Cyprian. Those are some really interesting thoughts as well, because a lot of times there are like physical and financial barriers for kids trying to get an education, because obviously they need to be able to live adequately enough to be able to go to school as well. So that's also a big problem around the world too. Does anyone else have any other thoughts or other barriers they'd like to bring up?
Yes, then.
Hello?
And
Hello,
then
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you again. I want to talk like I'm here in Kenya, but I know more about Ethiopia because I was Ethiopia. So like in Ethiopia, like I saw, there is a lack of funding for education, and it's bring like lack of learning materials. There's no much more learning materials for students to learn, and there is like distance from home to school. Like there is no, especially in our country, there is no more schools. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, Eden.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, we can hear you.
Okay, and also there is gender problems, especially this one is to our country. In our country, like people think that girls are not to be go to school, they should stay at home. These students or like girls can't have education, so I think that's the problem. I think so. Thank you.
Thank you, Eden. Thank you for your thoughts and experiences. Those are a lot of things that prevent people from getting education. There's lots of factors involved, whether it's physical, financial, or social barriers. Yeah, there's a lot of things that can prevent people from getting an education. Does anyone else have one to share?
Yes, Dano, will you allow me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. This is Amunga once more from Kenya. It's like Eden was trying to take words from my mouth, and when she talked about the issue of upcountry schools, I will wish to echo her sentiments by saying what also affects quality education in our schools, especially in Kenya, if I may share experience, is the attitude or the mindset of the parents, which eventually affects the children at the end of the day. And this one we are talking about the schools in urban area versus schools in rural area. Parents know that schools that are in urban area, they are the ones that providing quality education. Or people go to urban schools, people go to developed cities for education. They can get quality education, they can get decent education, unlike those who are in our country. And so that mindset, even in itself, demoralizes children. And just to add on that, also the morale of the students also is somehow affected by even how the society itself it has set. It's like education is for some people, or quality education is for some people and not others. You know, that having that low self-esteem, you know, grouping yourself that you belong to a certain area, or you belong to a certain sort of school of thought, which is it is coming from parents, and it's affecting the students or the children at the end of the day. And this one in Kenya, we have seen it really affecting, and there's some areas that you don't expect children or students to perform well until and unless intervention like this ones take place. And that's why sometimes as peer counselors, we move to those areas. We have now stopped concentrating on urban areas. Now we are going deeper into rural areas and marginal also, where we get to get students even from schools and give them some motivation, inspire them that it is possible. Even in these schools where you are, you can still get quality education. We are also pushing the governments to do the best they can so that they can provide quality education both in urban schools and in rural schools alike. And also another thing that is affecting quality education from children from getting quality education is teachers' attitude. There are some teachers who have already prophesied doom to some students. That poor attitude of teachers. They know that student A or student B cannot make it in life. And therefore, even when they express or when they give lessons when they know or in their mind, they know certain child cannot perform well, certain child cannot go far. So they will concentrate on these other students. And therefore, they will create more time for them. They'll create more assignments for them. You know, they'll create a lot of things, a good and conducive environment for those students they think they can perform well and make the school shine. But those students that they think that in their own imagination that they cannot perform well, they will, they will frustrate the environment and therefore making these children to perform poorly at the end of the day. Therefore, their attitude, teachers' attitude is also playing a major role in Kenya. That's an experience that we have had. And therefore, we are also in our peer education, we are trying also to motivate teachers that you as a teacher, you are also as a parent. Just the same way you'll wish your child to perform well, to do well, also wish for these other children, and let children work together. Let children have same working environment for them to perform well in their exam. So these things have also played a major role in children performing poorly and at the end of the day not getting quality education as per se. Thank you.
Thank you, Amunga. Those are very insightful thoughts, because a lot of times just our attitudes and like this attitudes as students and the attitudes of their parents and people around them can affect how people receive education as well. So I think it's also important to look at the people around us and in terms of looking at how to improve education. Is there any other people that would like to share their thoughts on this question before we move on?
Yeah. Hello. Yeah, I would just like to share some few thoughts, as regards to this exciting topic. Like, I would like to express some views of mine. Like, in terms of the barriers that might prevent others from receiving an education. First of all, another issue is lack of opportunities. Lack of opportunities as a result of poor financial background. Inability to pay for an education, inability to to pay for quality education. Then another issue again, let me use the context of Nigeria, stems from the neglect, and lack of support from the government in the educational sector. Like most public institutions, most public schools in Nigeria, for instance, they lack access, to basic facilities for learning, basic equipment, that will help improve the teaching and learning process of the students. For example, like exercise books, like like chairs, like conducive classrooms, like in terms of um, research. Most of the laboratories are not equipped. So basically, all the tools that that will be necessary, that will help them improve their learning experience is not available. So these are barriers that can prevent an individual or a student or a child to receive an education. Yeah. Yeah. But so especially the main issue, especially in the context of Nigeria, is the lack of support. It's lack of support system, especially from the government in the area of education. You know, it has led to a lot of demotivation, especially from youth and children in terms of education. Yeah. So thank you.
Just accessibility of education and educational materials and other resources, that is a main factor for people receiving an education. So it's important that we try to improve accessibility for education as well. Does anyone else have anything to add? Samson, how are we doing for time?
I think you know it's very exciting actually to hear this amazing and wonderful thoughts, which basically can be translated into action if we just want to highlight, you know, because this is what we want. This is a learning opportunity for us to discuss on topics and things that's really very important to us. But at the same time, we need to find a way. How can we realize, you know, how can we change these thoughts into action? I can share a few things, you know, of my experience, and not only mine, actually. Few of us who work in a journey back to Sadika from Winnipeg, I think we have to talk a little bit about that to let you know that it's possible. If you really understand there is a need, and if you understand there is something we can do, and absolutely it's possible to do it. But together, of course, you know, we need to work diligently, we need to communicate well, and we need to find a path that allows us to do this. So that's the reason why we're here. Okay, that's the reason why we're here. And I think, as I said, we want to continue the conversation. I don't want to end this conversation. I want to continue, but because of time, I think we forced to leave for now. But we definitely make, I think, another. We have another meeting. I think Dinu and of course, you know, our team will work on this, and I definitely will be here also to work on this. Not only us, by the way, you guys also. If you plan to kind of organize these kinds of things and invite us, we will be more than happy. We're very grateful to participate and even to support your work. That's why we're here. I told you already. We want to support each other. So you're welcome to come up with ideas and plan of these types of things, and let me know, and I can organize the meeting and we can do it. Also, we will have our own meeting sometime, okay? Sometime very soon. So because of time, I will say a few things. I want to share something for some of you who don't know much about. Okay, I think the voices are coming. Who is on mute? Okay, can you hear me? Okay, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, okay, sorry, I think probably I mute you. Because of time, I think we will be separated in a few minutes, maybe 10-15 minutes to finalize this. Okay, I will finalize this and we'll leave for today. But you are open, we are open. If you have some kind of things, you know, you want to continue the conversation with us, we're open. If you have something, let us know. And also we'll work to organize another meeting that can take this conversation into something else, you know, maybe into action, okay? Because I am telling you, you know, we need to act, because this is the reason why we want to engage in a conversation. Then we need to act and do something that will meaningfully change the realities of those things we're talking about. The problem, we're talking about the problem, issues and barriers and things that exist. But we don't want to be only talking about the problem. We want to take action with what we have to change some of the reality. So we will do something in the near future anyways with that. I think I'm gone. Sorry, can you hear me? I'm sorry, I have to come back again. Can you hear me? Okay, so I think I mute you again. So let me say this. Before we go, I want you to know our organization, the Fanos Light Children Support Inc. is an organization actually designed with the purpose of supporting children and youth education. So one of our main objectives is, we talked about the lack of access to resources, tools, and support system, right? So our objective through the organization is, we want to, of course, raise some fund and access to grants and different things, and raise the money that will be able to use to provide access to children, underprivileged children and their family, to have access to the resource and the tools and the opportunities they need to succeed in their studies and life. That's the main thing. And the other main thing that I want you to understand is, our organization is actually working to, in area of supporting children education, in area of establishing a support system. Because the support system that we're talking about, is the concept itself is a very big concept, right? You know, there are different needs, you know, in different areas and different, you know, ways. And different professions and approach will be used actually to solve those problems. But in general, we want to establish a support system that will meaningfully support those children and the communities or the families, you know, to be successful in what they're aspiring to do, or, you know, in their studies and in life. So that's our main objective. So we want to continue talking about more about our organization and what we want to do. So at this point, as I said, we're running out of time, so we have to separate, but this is our objective. And you are welcome if you have any question about what we are working here in Canada through the organization, and also our future projects. That definitely, I can see it. It's coming to Kenya, I believe, and also Nigeria and Ethiopia more. And you know, Vietnam is already there, you know, and rural Manitoba. We can kind of want to continue doing more works wherever the need is. So we want to take some part wherever the need is. So I'm kind of I don't know, you know, sharing it in a way that I want you to understand my heart and the hearts of, you know, people here working with us. What we are trying to do is, we want to be there and be able to support those children who are in need, because we absolutely believe, I believe there is so much need, and I also believe there is something we can do. So I'm going to leave you with this thinking. Think about what you can do to change this reality, whether it's here in Canada, or whether in Vietnam, whether in Ethiopia, whether in Canada, whether in Nigeria. You know, I don't want you to limit yourself. Even if you are in Nigeria, you can do something that can support the project in Ethiopia, which actually Ketchik is a good example. He's been supporting our work, you know, and supporting everything that we do, you know, while he was in Nigeria. So, you know, wherever you are, you can think of, what can I do? What's my role? What can I do to support this project, this specific project Dinu and her friends are working? We can continue working on that. So understand there is a need, understand there is something you can do. So I will leave you with that note. And before I leave, I want to give back to Dinu. And all of you, if you want to say a few things, I'm giving you that opportunity to say something until the next meeting. So thank you so much, and God bless you. Thank you.
Like, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'd just like to thank everyone for joining in and participating in our meeting and learning a bit more about what we're doing with the Student Equity Project and the Final Slate Children's Support Inc. And I was really humbled and honored to hear you guys' experiences and your own perspectives as well. And I'm really glad I was able to be a part of this as well. So thank you.
It's Mary. Make sure you email me the invitation for your events, and I'll share it with my large email list.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Mary. I'll definitely do that.
Okay, great.
Thank you, Mary.
Hello. Yeah. Hello, this is Kachi. And first of all, I would like to appreciate Samson. I would like to thank you, Samson, for organizing this event, for organizing this meeting. Also, I would like to also thank everyone that have participated in this meeting for their various contributions. I would also like to thank Dino also for her for these engaging questions that was able to spark up conversations and engagement around education and also the problems as regards to children and youth education. Basically, that is why we are having this conversation to discuss these problems and again see what we can do to address these problems. So, I mean, this whole conversation has been very inspiring, informative, educational, and motivational. So it's just like a clarion call. It's just like a call to action. We have discussed the problem. Now is to take action, to take the necessary steps towards addressing these issues. And I believe that collectively, we can achieve more in terms of providing support to children and youth education. So thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you. So I think I have to say thank you so much again. I don't want to take much of your time. Obviously, we already spent a lot of time. So thank you so much. You know, we have to thank Dinu and Sheila and all of you guys actually, you know, for this. And I have to say that I'm really proud of you, and I don't know, I'm very excited actually about this and the thing that we're working on. So I'm very proud of you for taking the steps and doing what needs to be done and to support families in Vietnam and also families in Manitoba. Not only that, you're trying to also engage young people from different places on this. So it means a lot. I want you to understand that you just take a steps and I think do whatever you believe must be done. And but I want to say thank you, and I'm proud of you. And I want to say thank you, Isaiah, Kechi, and Mary, and I think all of you who participated in here. I think that's the only thing I can say because it means a lot. I think you can see what we're thinking and what we can do together if we are convinced that there is a need and if we convinced that we can do something. So I want to say thank you again and leave the mic for Dino, and I think you will finalize this and until the next meeting.
Thanks, Samson.
Thank you, Mary. Dino, your pause. Go ahead, Dinu.
Thank you all for coming and joining in on our conversation. And we're really honored to hear all your perspectives and experiences and what you guys are working on as well. So that's really good to hear. And I hope this conversation and this discussion has kind of inspired you to think about what you can change and what we can do to help others receive better education around the world. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So we're gonna say bye from Canada, and guys have a great day. And
bye from Nigeria. Bye from Nigeria.
Okay, bye bye, guys. It was really wonderful to see you all.
Bye, Nigeria. I'm Yoruba.
Bye.
I just thought I'd mention that.
Bye from Nigeria. Yeah.
Bye, Kechi. Have a good one. Dinu, have a good one. Bye-bye. Isaiah, it was really
Bye.
wonderful to hear from you, bro, and I hope we'll talk more.
Yes, yes, indeed. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Bye, Eddie.
Bye.
Good to hear from you. Kechi. Daniel,
Bye.
bye. Have a good one. It was really good to hear from you. Daniel and Kachi and Ed.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Bye.
you, Samson. Yeah.
Have a good one. Okay. Perfect. Okay, see ya. Have a good one, okay? Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
See ya.